All right, good evening, good evening. This is the Minister M.L. Kimball coming to you live. Please like, share, comment. Don't forget to subscribe. We do like all of the followers and appreciate all of the support. But tonight we've got to talk about a scam and see what you guys have to understand is over the last 4 years, I've been archiving and collecting all evidence pertaining to the scam that transpired in Swanton, Ohio with our business. And what do we have here? A direct email between the current sitting mayor and the lady that was responsible for illegally removing property from our business while we were under an unlawful investigation by State Farm Fire and Casualty Company. This was after the police neglected our business for over an hour. All this stuff can be supported with documented evidence. But this right here is the nail on the scam. This is the part that everybody needs to understand, because when we take a look at the federal lawsuit, Kimball versus Swanton Police Department, one of the things that we are alleging is the fact that the governmental actors were in collusion with private actors to force our business to close out after a neglected hate crime occurred, and these guys did nothing about it. So since they want to sit back like there's nothing here and let's just move to dismiss, and let's say he didn't state a claim, and it's past the statute of limitations, and we're gonna keep his DNA, so what, giving us two middle fingers. We're gonna go ahead and start releasing every piece of evidence that we have. And this right here sets the stage for discovery, sir. So when you want to sit back and act like, I didn't have anything to do with this, you're going to have to explain yourself. You're going to have to explain this scamified Hillary Clinton email that you want to sit back and act like you don't know exists, Mr. Toeppe. So let's go ahead and take a look at the conversation. Let's start with Deborah McSorley directly to the mayor. She doesn't even address him as mayor. She addresses him as Neil, like they're old buddies and whatever the hell. But this is what was going on behind the scenes. Neil, thank you. It is nice to hear from you again. We have had no word from Marquise. That's because I had an attorney, you scam. You had plenty of words from my attorney at that time. And we have changed the locks and are replacing the door that was destroyed. We are in the process of cleaning out the building. This will be completed on April 16th, and then I have to hire a cleaning crew to come in and clean the place. I am trying to get all this accomplished prior to the water being shut off on May 2nd. Ideally, we are looking at selling the building. I would like to get it listed or occupied in May if at all possible. We should have everything cleaned up by the week of April 25th. I would greatly appreciate any contacts you might have that are interested. Thank you so much, Deborah. So it establishes right there that Deborah and this mayor were having conversations as it pertained to my property. Anything concerning the sale of that property, that conversation was supposed to be had with me, not Deborah McSorley. We've got legal contracts that prove that she was nothing but the lien holder. So why, Neil Toeppe, are you having conversations with the lady that burglarized our business? I need for somebody to please explain this to me like I'm a 2-year-old. How is he not responsible when clearly this is an email that clearly it reveals this scam? It shows the scam and there's no running from it. So let's see how Neil responded. Deborah, I'm curious as to the status of your tenant. When last we spoke, so this confirms they were having multiple conversations, not just one. And so when we get to discovery, Mr. Toeppe, we're going to have to take a look at all of those conversations, not just the one we have here, because as it says here, you spoke to her multiple times. You said when last we spoke, you mentioned that he was to become current or to have a plan to become current by mid to late March. And if he hadn't, you were considering placing the property up for sale. Is there any update on this status? We have had some inquiries, some individuals looking for space. If we get additional inquiries, would you like me to refer them to you? Signed, Mayor Toeppe, Neil Toeppe, Mayor, Village of Swanton. So right there, this proves that there was unethical conversations going on between this so-called scamified mayor and the lady that burglarized our business. And you guys want to act like we're not going to do anything about this? This is going to be public. I want you to understand whether Judge Helmick allows the amended complaint or he does not. This, I promise you, will be on the docket the moment he bangs his gavel. If he doesn't okay the amended complaint where we bring in State Farm and Shinover and every other scam, fine. This is enough to prove your scam, Mr. Mayor. So understand me when I say this is going to be public. It is going to be put on public stage. And when it comes time for me to question you, buddy, you better eat your Wheaties because you're going to have to explain yourself. I don't give a damn. I don't care if you're not my mayor. I don't care who you are. You're going to explain why you are having these conversations, unethical conversations, unauthorized conversations with the same lady that was listed in a legal complaint in Fulton County, identifying her and her position and what she did during this whole situation. You had no business talking to her. And guess what, you scam? You talked to her in your capacity as the mayor because your dumbass signed this form with your signature as the mayor of Swanton. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good, blessed evening.